Welcome back, and now we move on, and we're going to move to Anambra now, where that unfortunate incident occurred last weekend in which about 28 people were killed at the Adoration Prayer Ground in Uke. Now we have 4 gentlemen in the studio to look at this with us. Were there any political undertones, or was it just a tragedy that happened? Full stop. We have Mr. Joe Martins, who is the Commissioner for Information at Anambra State. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
And next to him is our runaway friend, Mr. Sidon Adenuba. It's good to have you back with us.
Good morning, and thank you. You know, channels remains my favorite broadcaster.
Yeah, right, Sidon. Thank you, Sidon. Welcome back. We also have on Kayade's side, we have Comrade Aloysius Attah, who is Chairman CLO Anambra State.
It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you for coming, as well as APC member, Mr. Joe Ibokwe. Are you the former publicity secretary? Or you still?
Interim now.
Interim publicity secretary of
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming. Now, this happening at Uke, I'd like to start with Comrade because he was there present. Can you just, in a nutshell, take just 1 minute to tell us exactly what happened?
Well, in your intro, you made it clear that it is an unfortunate incident, and really it was. What happened at Uke, to the best of my knowledge and what I saw there, 2 factors are preeminent. One is the issue of overwhelming crowd that came there, and lack of proper crowd control mechanism, and 2, elements of false alarm that can trigger stampede in such kind of gathering. These are the 2 principal things I noticed.
We heard something about somebody frying akara and somebody shouting fire, and that was one of the things that caused it.
Yes, you cannot remove that because, like you said, as an eyewitness account, I attended the program with my wife, and a few meters before the thing happened, we were in the same row. But I managed to, the instinct in me told me that if we don't get out of this place, anything could happen. So in my report, I had to use the word, the last strength, unquote, to draw her out of that place. And immediately we stayed aside. Not up to 5 minutes, the thing happened. Why I say this issue of crowd control had to do with, by the roadside, people were selling all kinds of things. Sacramentals, food stuff, these snacks and all manner of things. The same road is the same place, large number of people are passing. The same small, narrow road, you have motorcycles there, and all these, they are makeshift kiosk or whatever. So yes, there was a woman frying akara. I don't know whether to say that she wanted to maybe to be on the safe side, as in we watch this fire or whatever, which those things are a resultant effect of what can easily cause stampede. So, but well, until when we dive into
sorry, if I may very quickly still ask you, what when we watched on telly, when we saw in the news and channels here, we had I think one of the senior policemen who was there explaining that there is so many opportunities for all routes for people to exit where that event took place. How could it happen that when you have so many exit routes, then there was only one that people decided that was the route, or was it a case of the person was not telling the truth?
Anybody who is conversant with the place we are talking about, there is only one major entrance and exit route to that place. Another one is at the backyard, so to say. Many people don't know that road. The main road, which was just graded recently, is through Idani. Connecting from Idani to that adoration center, St. Dominic's Catholic Church. That is the major road everybody applies, whether pedestrians on foot or those with bike or whatever. Okay. So that was the major road, and that was the only place that thing happened.
Okay. Now let me swing to this side to the Honorable Commissioner. Mr. Joe Martins, you're the Commissioner for Information.
Yeah.
We have heard all kinds of connections made regarding this particular incident. Please, can you give us the true picture? What has politics got to do with this particular incident?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, we merely accompanied the governor on the said night to that vigil, following an invitation from Father Obima, who persistently requested that he wants the governor to appear because it is a normal routine that the governor goes to different churches and different religious ceremonies every week. In some weeks, the governor even attend up to 3 masses on Sundays. But for this very particular incident, Father Obiom extended the invitation to the governor, and it was manifested. And the governor on that day was billed to be in Bayelsa for the funeral of the wife of the president's mother, which he did. And because of this persistent call, he decided to come back. We came back about 9 o'clock, and we got to the adoration ground about 10. And we were there. We performed religious rites. You know, the governor himself, he was a loud person, and that's why he disengaged all personnel, all people, no convoy. We were just about 7 of us that accompanied him, only Catholics. It was a Catholic ceremony. So all those that accompanied him were Catholics, and we went there simply to do what we went for adoration. And we went that night. And as it is usual, since the governor came in, even before he assumed the governorship, every governor that goes to a religious ceremony is mandatorily required to speak to the audience. Mandatorily. In fact, most of the churches that invite the governor, their intention is to want him to say one thing or the other, or to appreciate one situation or the other. Most of them are in difficulty. They want him to contribute to their church building or to whatever they are doing. So that's what happened. We just went there, finished what we came for, and left at 3.
So as far as you're concerned, there was no politics at all?
There was no politics as far as we were concerned on our own part. What I read in the report in this day yesterday, we don't want to talk about it, because I believe that people who came there to flash APC posters and Labour posters must not be members of the adoration. I have been to the adoration ground myself in the past. You don't discuss politics. It is most people who go there are people who are in need. They want one favor from God or the other. So for any person coming to an adoration ground to carry poster or carry symbols, I believe the person is not for adoration.
What was the message of the governor at this particular?
The message of the governor was succinct and clear. The governor said, I just came back with the president from Jerusalem, and I want to share it with you. When I came in here, we had to trek 2 miles. He's talking about parking. We parked at Idani and trekked 2 kilometers to this adoration ground. The governor, 7 of us, we trekked to the place unnoticed, and we entered. So, but the governor's message were